Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Road Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Ryan. And I have to say, the Mile 6 comments were absolutely incredible. You all went out and actually did the homework.
Yolanda from the Philippines said she used "How long have you been in the neighborhood?" with her neighbor of 2 years, and they talked for 45 minutes. First real conversation they ever had.
And we got multiple comments about the dog small talk. Apparently, what's his name is even more powerful than we thought. At least 4 of you made new friends through someone's dog this week.
Max changed lives. We love Max.
We love Max. And today, Mile 7. This one is the one many of you have been waiting for. We know because you've been asking about it in the comments for weeks.
Today, we talk about something that goes against everything many immigrants were taught about survival in America. Today, we teach you how to say no.
How to push back. How to disagree with your boss without losing your job. How to defend your work in a meeting. How to set limits, professionally, respectfully, powerfully.
Because here is the truth that took many immigrants years to learn. Saying yes to everything is not professionalism. It is not respect. It is not safety.
Saying yes to everything makes you invisible. It makes you the person who gets every extra task, every impossible deadline, every job nobody else wanted, and never the promotion.
So many immigrants carry this fear. If I push back, I'll seem difficult. If I say no, I'll lose my job. If I disagree, they'll think I don't appreciate the opportunity.
I've heard from immigrants who worked 60-hour weeks for years, doing tasks that weren't theirs, covering for colleagues who asked and asked and asked because they didn't have the words to say, "I can't take that on right now."
And the heartbreaking part? Their managers didn't respect them more for it. They just asked for more.
Saying yes to everything is not respect. It is not gratitude. In American work culture, people who say no professionally, who push back with confidence, who defend their ideas in meetings, those are the people who get promoted.
Today, we give you the exact phrases, 3 situations: declining extra work, disagreeing professionally, defending yourself in a meeting, all in natural, confident American English.
Subscribe right now. This mile might be the most important one for your career. Let's go.
Let's start with the situation that happens to every single immigrant at some point. Someone asks you to take on more than you can handle.
Okay, situation 1. Someone asks you to take on extra work, a new project, a task that wasn't yours, a deadline that is completely unrealistic.
And your stomach drops because in your head you're thinking, I already have 3 deadlines this week. I cannot do this. But your mouth says, sure, no problem.
Today, that stops because there is a professional way to decline in America that actually increases respect. It has 3 parts. Ready?
Part 1, acknowledge the request warmly. Part 2, explain your current capacity briefly. Part 3, offer an alternative or a timeline that works.
Never just say no. Americans don't respond well to a flat no without context, but a no with a plan, that is the mark of a professional.
Here's the phrase formula. I'd love to help with this. Right now, I'm at full capacity with Project A and Project B. Could we revisit this next week, or is there someone else who could take the lead?
3 sentences. Warm, honest, solution-focused. I'd love to help. You're not being difficult. Right now, I'm at full capacity. Honest and specific. Could we revisit? You're not closing the door.
What about an impossible deadline? Someone says, can you have this done by tomorrow morning? And you know there is no way.
I want to make sure I get this right for you. Tomorrow morning is very tight given what's currently on my plate. Would Thursday work, or is there a way to adjust the scope?
I want to make sure I get this right for you instantly reframes your pushback as quality commitment, not resistance, not laziness, quality.
And adjust the scope. This is an advanced professional phrase. It means, can we do less of this so it fits the timeline? American managers love this question. It shows strategic thinking.
What if it's your boss asking, not a colleague? Slightly different, more respectful framing, same structure.
I absolutely want to make this a priority. Could we take a quick look at my current workload together so we can figure out what to move around?
I want to make sure this gets the attention it deserves.
Could we take a quick look together? You are inviting your boss to solve the problem with you, not refusing. Problem solving together.
And via email, same formula. Subject, project name, timeline question. Body, hi name, thank you for thinking of me for this. I want to give it my full attention. I'm currently finishing project by date. Could we target alternative date for a kickoff? Happy to discuss.
Professional, warm, completely in control.
Key phrases for saying no professionally. Repeat out loud.
Right now, I'm at full capacity. Honest professional way to say you're too busy.
Could we revisit this next week? Keeping the door open while declining now.
I want to make sure I get this right for you. Reframing pushback as quality commitment.
Would Thursday work instead? Offering an alternative, not just refusing.
Could we adjust the scope? Advanced phrase showing strategic thinking.
5 essential phrases for saying no professionally. Say them right now.
Hey, Priya, you got a second?
Sure, what's up?
I was hoping you could take point on the Richardson project summary. We kind of need it by end of week.
I want to make sure I get that right for you. I have 2 deliverables due Thursday that I'm right in the middle of. Would early next week work?
Yeah, actually, that works. Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday morning. I'll reach out first thing and we can align on the details.
Perfect. Appreciate it, Priya.
Of course. Talk soon.
Situation 2. Disagreeing professionally. With a colleague, with your boss, in a meeting. This is the one that scares immigrants the most.
Because in many cultures, disagreeing with someone senior is deeply disrespectful. You wait for them to change their mind. You find indirect ways to express concerns. You go around the problem.
In American work culture, respectful, direct disagreement is not only acceptable, it is expected. Teams that never push back make bad decisions. Managers who say they want feedback actually want feedback.
The key word is respectful. There's a world of difference between that won't work and I see it a little differently. Can I share another angle?
The American professional disagreement formula, 4 steps. Step 1, acknowledge their point genuinely. Step 2, bridge to your perspective. Step 3, present your view with evidence. Step 4, invite dialogue.
I hear what you're saying, and I think there's real value in that approach. I want to add something that might change the picture a little. Looking at the numbers from last quarter, I'm actually seeing...
I hear what you're saying. This is the most powerful opening for any disagreement in American professional culture. It tells the other person, I'm not dismissing you. I'm engaging with you.
What about disagreeing with your boss specifically? Even more care needed, but still absolutely possible.
I want to make sure I understand your thinking on this. I had a slightly different read on the data. Would it be okay if I walked you through what I'm seeing? I might be missing something.
I might be missing something. This is not weakness. This is sophisticated American professional humility. It invites your boss to either confirm their view or genuinely reconsider. Either way, you've been heard.
And in a group meeting, when someone says something you know is wrong, I want to build on what Sarah said. I have some data that points in a slightly different direction. Can I share quickly?
I want to build on, not contradict, not challenge, build on. You are adding, even when you're disagreeing. That framing changes the entire dynamic.
Key phrases for disagreeing professionally. Repeat out loud.
I hear what you're saying. The most powerful disagreement opener in American culture.
I see it a little differently. Soft, professional way to introduce a different view.
Can I share another angle? Asking permission to disagree, very effective.
I might be missing something. Can I walk you through what I'm seeing? Humble but confident pushback.
I want to build on that. Disagree in a meeting without attacking.
5 essential disagreement phrases. Practice them today.
I'm not sure this approach is going to work, Carlos. We tried something similar before and it didn't land.
I appreciate that perspective, Lisa, and I want to make sure the full picture is visible here. This approach actually tested 40% better in the pilot. I'd love to walk you through the numbers if that would help.
Which pilot are you referencing?
The Q4 regional test, November through December. I have the full breakdown ready to share with the team.
Okay, let's take a look.
I'll pull it up now.
Good.
Situation 3. Defending your work and your ideas in meetings. This is one of the most painful experiences immigrants describe to us.
You worked for 3 days on a proposal. You come to the meeting, you present it, and someone, a colleague, sometimes a senior person, dismisses it in 30 seconds. I don't think that'll work. And you freeze.
Not because your work was bad, but because you didn't have the language to defend it. In that moment, silence feels like agreement.
In American meetings, silence after your work is challenged is read as acceptance of the criticism. If you don't respond, you are agreeing, so you must respond.
And here's the key. When defending your work, you are not arguing. You are clarifying. You are adding information. You are inviting a more complete look.
Data is your armor. The moment you attach numbers, timelines, comparisons, or examples to your defense, the conversation changes completely.
I appreciate that perspective. I want to make sure the full picture is visible here. This approach actually tested 40% better in the pilot last month. I'd love to walk through the numbers if that would help.
I appreciate that perspective. You are not dismissing their concern, you are acknowledging it. I want to make sure the full picture is visible here, powerful, professional, non-confrontational.
What if you don't have data in that moment? What if someone challenges you and you need time to think?
That's a fair point. I want to give it the proper response it deserves. Can I follow up with you directly after this meeting with the full breakdown?
Brilliant. You've acknowledged their challenge, you haven't caved, and you've bought yourself time to respond properly. That is not weakness, that is control.
What about when someone takes credit for your idea in a meeting? This happens to everyone, but especially to immigrants who speak softly or don't jump in quickly.
I'm glad that's getting traction. I actually shared that idea with the team on Tuesday. I'd love to take the lead on developing it further if that works.
Calm, direct, factual. I actually shared that idea on Tuesday. You're not accusing, you're stating a fact. No drama, just clarity.
Key phrases for defending your work. Repeat out loud.
I want to make sure the full picture is visible here. Professional way to defend without attacking.
I appreciate that perspective. Acknowledging criticism before responding to it.
Can I follow up after this meeting with the full breakdown? Buying time professionally.
I'd love to walk through the numbers if that would help, using data as your defense.
I actually shared that idea with the team on Tuesday, reclaiming credit calmly and factually.
5 essential self-defense phrases. Use them with confidence. Road practice. 7 miles on this road, and this one asks the most from you. These phrases require courage, real courage. Say them now so that when the moment comes at work, they come out naturally.
Don't whisper these. Say them with the confidence of someone who belongs exactly where they are, because you do. Let's go.
Right now, I'm at full capacity. Could we revisit this next week? Right now, I'm at full capacity. Could we revisit this next week? I want to make sure I get this right for you. Would Thursday work instead? I want to make sure I get this right for you. Would Thursday work instead? Could we adjust the scope so it fits the timeline? Could we adjust the scope so it fits the timeline? I hear what you're saying. Can I share another angle? I hear what you're saying. Can I share another angle? I see it a little differently. Here's what I'm seeing. I see it a little differently. Here's what I'm seeing. I might be missing something. Can I walk you through the data? I might be missing something. Can I walk you through the data? I want to build on that. I have something that adds to the picture. I want to build on that. I have something that adds to the picture. I want to make sure the full picture is visible here. I want to make sure the full picture is visible here. I appreciate that perspective. Can I follow up after this meeting? I appreciate that perspective. Can I follow up after this meeting? I'd love to walk through the numbers if that would help. I'd love to walk through the numbers if that would help. I actually shared that idea with the team on Tuesday. I actually shared that idea with the team on Tuesday. I'd love to take the lead on developing this further. I'd love to take the lead on developing this further.
"12 phrases. That is a complete assertiveness toolkit for any American workplace.
Say them tonight, and this week use one, just one. Real situation, real stakes, and come back and tell us what happened.
7 miles. You have come so far on this road. You started with survival phrases on your first day. You learned to talk to your boss, to call in sick, to make small talk with your neighbor.
And today, you learned something that took many immigrants years to discover on their own, that your voice matters, that your ideas deserve to be heard, that saying no when you need to is not ingratitude, it is self-respect.
You were taught that saying yes kept you safe, that staying quiet kept you employed, that your job was to be grateful and invisible and easy.
This road exists because that was never true. The immigrants who build real careers in America, real relationships, real belonging, are the ones who learn to speak up, professionally, confidently, in English.
Your homework? Use one phrase from today in a real work situation. Then come back and tell us, what happened? How did it feel? Because your story is the next mile.
Mile 8 is coming, and we're covering performance reviews, how to talk about your achievements, how to ask for a raise, how to advocate for yourself in the most important conversation of your work year.
Subscribe, turn on the bell. Share this with someone who says yes too much at work because they don't have the words to say anything else.
Thank you for trusting this road. 7 miles. Keep going.
See you on mile 8.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.